Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Hank Whittier is in the studio. It's time for Veterans News.
Guys,
Morning,
hey,
Hank.
folks. All you good people in Ocala and Marion County and beyond. I'm amazed at how far you guys go now on a good day.
And with the internet, it's unbelievable.
The internet, it's unlimited.
Yeah.
They're probably watching us in North Korea right now.
Yeah, right.
Should I deliver a message? Hello, Donald. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, very good. I'm doing great, buddy. Are your headphones working?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's for sure. It's a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, it is a little chilly. It's going to be chillier tomorrow morning, 33. Close to, some folks are going to get frost again, so cover up those plants for one more time.
Yeah.
One more time.
Last week.
I know you're all celebrating the new Pope. I can tell that you're all excited about that. So.
Yeah, from Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, we had a vacation from and a respite from casualties, but not anymore. We've got, I think, there's 7 of them. I'm not sure, but I know it's not been a good week.
Not been Hank, did you want to go to Terry Brevard first, or?
Yeah, if Terry's on the phone, let's
Yes,
do
sir.
Terry.
I
yeah.
didn't let you know
I
off
realize
here.
it. Yeah, you didn't tell me. Larry.
I'm sorry.
Keep it a secret.
I'm here, guys.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to recognize you, Terry.
Yeah, well, actually, this is really the only time you don't, be honest with you.
Hey, Terry, he drives a Suzuki.
Does he?
Yeah, gold in color.
He's the one we caught racing all the time, that is?
Yeah, well, I don't think the thing goes that fast, actually.
Could be. Well, maybe he loses more often.
All right, Terry, I know unfortunately you got some casualties, too.
Yes, sir, we do. Unfortunately, we got one, and I'll go with it. Master Trooper Janice A. Walker, he was actually with the Virginia State Police, 63 years of age, and served with that agency for 40 years. He was 1 month from his retirement, and in his case, he was stopped on his way home to help a disabled motorist, and the motorist actually got out of the vehicle and shot and killed him on the side of the road.
Oh, my word.
Yeah.
Hey. When did that happen?
This happened actually in the watch was March the 7th, and he is survived by his wife and 2 children, and like I said, he was 1 month away from a 40-year retirement with that agency.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Bad, yeah. You don't like to hear that kind of story.
No, you don't.
All right, guy. Listen, stay safe.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Hank.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Okay, and we got military casualties. I thought there were some firemen, too.
We've got
Anybody else
4
on the
firemen,
line?
sir.
Yeah. Anyway, I think Brian's out of town, but someone's supposed to call in. But let's go ahead and do the military folks,
huh?
and then if they call in, fine. If they don't, we'll do it.
All right. We have Army casualties to start off with. Specialist Cody D. Suggs, 22 of West Alexandria, Ohio, was killed March the 7th. And he was assigned to the 1487 Transportation Company out of Ohio, which is part of the 371st Sustainment Brigade out of Springfield, Ohio. And he's Ohio National Guard's personnel. Continue on Army casualties from March the 11th. Captain Andrew M. Peterson Keels, 28 of South Miami, Florida, and he was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 3rd Special Forces Group, airborne out of Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Also, Staff Sergeant Rex L. Shad, 26 of Edmond, Oklahoma, and he was assigned to the 3rd Battalion, 69th Armor Regiment, 1st Armored Brigade Combat Team, 3rd Infantry Division out of Fort Stewart, Georgia. And last military casualty is Air Force casualty, Tech Sergeant Larry Dubon, 43 of Bossier City, Louisiana, died March the 7th, and he was assigned to the 307th Maintenance Squadron, Burkesdale Air Force Base, Louisiana.
And we're going to go ahead with the
That it? That's all the
military.
military? Okay, what's it, 10 after, a little bit after 10 after? They haven't called. They might not have got, Vivian, I know, emailed them
I'm
some
going to
stuff,
say
but-
that they're not going to call
Yeah,
in
probably
at this
not, because
point.
I know Brian's, I think
Why don't we
Brian's
go
in
ahead and do
Ireland.
that?
Ireland, yeah, so maybe you can call from Ireland.
I don't want to pay the bill.
Yeah, well, WOCA will pick up the tab.
Oh, good. I'm glad he...
Collect. Larry put it on his tab. Well, let's go ahead and do the firemen. I think there's 4 of them.
Yes, sir, there's 4.
Okay.
Good morning, Mary Karen. I have 2. The first one is firefighter Lonnie Nutt. His age was 49. He had 18 years of service. He was with the Marietta Fire Department out of Marietta, Georgia. He was responding to a motor vehicle accident. He was performing aid to an injured motorist when he suddenly collapsed. His cause of death is still to be determined. The next one is Michael L. Brose. He was 58 years of service, 31. He was with the Dorchester County Fire Rescue Unit, St. George, South Carolina. He passed away from injuries sustained when his personally owned vehicle left the roadway and struck a tree while he was responding to an outdoor fire in the Francis Bidler Forest.
Okay, and continuing on with the fire department personnel, Donald Mize, firefighter cadet. He was 62 years of age with 1 year of service. He was working with the League City Volunteer Fire Department, League City, Texas. Firefighter Mize was cooling down after a training exercise and felt ill, and things went bad from that. Apparently a heart problem. Firefighter George A. Turner Jr., captain. Age was 60, and number of years in service, 30 years. He was from Jericho Fire Department, Jericho, New York. He passed away from apparent heart attack while responding to a motor vehicle accident. And those are the noted deaths, sir.
Yep. Okay, anybody, you want to talk about anybody local that's passed? Nobody. All right, Larry, if you would, please. Thank you.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. I
we were talking about off the air about the scandal with the Allied World Veterans, the mess that happened up in Jacksonville is drawing in the lieutenant governor and apparently a lot of other people. So again, it's another veterans group that people thought they were helping out, and turns out
just aren't doing it.
Turns out very little of that money went to veterans. They think about 2%. Out of the millions upon millions of dollars that they said were going coming in. So, and I don't know what's going to happen to her, but that's a federal investigation as well, because across state lines, and it's a real mess. But I was just asking these guys off the air. I will mention there was another veterans group in town locally soliciting money, and I've asked everybody I can think of if anybody knows them, and no one knows them. So the group that called me about wanting to give them money, you better be careful and you better check them out. You better see who they are and what they are before you hand over your dollars.
Definitely.
Yeah. In any case, Robert, why don't you go ahead and do those couple of announcements?
Okay. I figured you were going to get me to do something else.
No. I want you to do those first, kind of warm up to the big event.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Well, if you get through that, then you can do the commercials.
That's all right. I can switch it over to John too.
John can do that too. He's been practicing.
Yeah.
Or we can try Donald here.
Oh yeah.
Well, to start off with on some nice people is Liberty Tax Service has about 3 days remaining that veterans can get their taxes done at no cost up until the 16th of this month. After that, you got a medical abilities to have it and teachers to have it until the 30th of March. Also, to have Happy Days singles dances at American Legion Post 347 in Lady Lake. The dance will be April 14th at called Starburst. It's a brother-sister performing group duo of 50s, 60s, and 70s. This is the last dance of the season.
I think so. He doesn't have anybody else listed on that, so this is probably going to be, if not the last, he'll be sending me another one. But they do a great job. They have food and entertainment and drinks, and they have a good time down there.
And they're very helpful to all of the veterans in the area and try to work with them, and couples are welcome. If you have any questions, find out exactly where to go. Call Ron at 352-307-7873. Very
good. John, you want to... By the way, Don Harrison is in Las Vegas spending his retirement money. I'm sure I wonder where Donnie is this morning, but he'll probably come back needing a loan or two. So.
Without a doubt.
And probably single again, because I think Linda had some plans for out there south. So, yeah, one of those quickie divorces,
Those quickie divorces are something else out there. They're quickie.
Yeah.
We're not doing the honeydew list.
Well, come back single and broke.
He's spending way too much money.
What you got, Doc?
Wasn't that one of his goals?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, kick one of his on the bucket list. Yeah, it was on the bucket list. You want to do Ford, and that's good stuff.
We can
good
do
friends
that.
out there.
Remind everybody that we're brought to you by Ocala Ford Lincoln. You're in the market for a great brand new car or truck, or a great brand new previously owned vehicle. Go out and see them, and not only you'll have a great deal and be treated very well, but you can look forward to some great service, as Curly's always attesting to.
That's probably Steve Pelosi calling in to have yours in my head.
Don't bring that thing in again.
Yeah.
So they're there, and we're watching that new building going up in Bellevue, and they're always open down in Bellevue too at their regular store location. But that new structure is going to be the state-of-the-art facility. So we're just looking forward to it, and we're also looking forward to Steve cooking those famous hot dogs
and having Hank a balloon to play with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
better be veggie dogs before I get them. I'm not eating that other stuff.
Yeah, he has a special recipe for turkey burgers.
I don't eat turkey. No. I'd rather have the veggie ones. You want to do Robert's?
That leads us right into
Robert's.
Leads us right into Robert's. In case you don't make Steve's food.
Yeah, we got Robert's standing by for Hank. One of these days, he's going to need it.
they're going to need a new vehicle, so that might be that big Lincoln.
Yeah, I would look. Listen, I could look good being tucked away in that Lincoln for eternity. You know, my big black Lincoln, that would look good.
Maybe we can get
They got a
Steve
rope.
to donate one to you, and in turn you would buy Roberts.
They got a rope.
Hey, they can make it a package deal. You
Make
know?
it a package.
Yeah, be part of my pre-planning deal. You know. Yeah.
But Roberts Funeral Home and Cemetery seriously been doing great work in our community for, I guess, they keep going on and on. They're up to over 120 years or something.
Yeah, 125.
Yeah, well over that,
You
I
know,
think.
they're always there in your time of need, and they're a great community sponsor too. So they do that with integrity, and there's some great pre-planning, and they have a lot of other things that they can come and speak on too. So, you know, when you're in a time of need, that's all you can ask for is some honesty and integrity, and so on.
And they go out of their way of helping veterans and their bereaved families at that time too.
Yeah, they do a good job. You got a phone call? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to keep
Yes,
them,
sir.
but we were kind of talking about our folks that make this all possible. You got a phone
Good.
call? We'll take it.
Yes, sir. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, everybody down there. Y'all sound like y'all having too much
We
fun.
always have too much fun.
And veterans, they don't worry too much. They just get out there and do the job.
That's right. Hey, listen.
And when you're on active duty, you keep doing the job regardless of what you got sitting in the White House or Congress or where else. You just don't pay any attention to it. Just get out there and do the job. Hank, I need to get some information here a little bit. You talk about vets helping vets, and they helped me here several years ago. But what is the address of the first one to send? A contribution or something like that? You've probably given it. I've never been able to get it.
Yeah, okay. It's 1527
1527
Northeast 8th Avenue,
8th
Ocala, Florida 34470.
34470. Now,
Yeah.
can I ask a couple of questions
Sure,
about
go
that?
right ahead.
Heck of it. I like to assist where I want to assist, and that'd be, But what happens? Have you got a separate bank account for currency contributions coming in, and who oversees it, and who determines who gets what? Because I know we got a lot of veterans that need help, and you can't help everybody.
No, well, some of them are unrealistic. I mean, I get calls of people coming in looking for $5,000 and $10,000. Well, that's just not going to happen.
No,
but ultimately, I'll make that determination, depending upon what we have to spend. Now, obviously, when donations are up, we have more to spend, and we can be a little bit more generous. But, some things, let me tell you, the automatics with us are food. I tell my people, don't send anybody away hungry. Even if you think that, you're not 100% sure that they're being truthful with you, give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, but when it comes to money, or it comes to gas cards, the only one's going to make that decision is me. And you've got to, I want you to tell me why you need it, and I want some verification about what's going on with you and why you need that gas card or why you need that assistance at that particular time. And I'm easy, but I'm not that easy. Okay. Yeah. Now, who oversees the account? He's sitting right across from me right now. We got a board of directors.
Oh, okay.
Made up of a bunch of veterans in town, representing just about every group in town and every service in town. And a couple of them have great backgrounds in terms of their business background. We have a treasurer, which happens to be John Rose. We have an accounting for a private accounting firm also that audits our books. So and that's what I tell people. Listen, if you come to me and you want some proof of where your dollars are going, I'll show you. And a lot of times, if you say, hey, look, I want to adopt a family, I'll give you a family that you can help out.
Hank, the reason I asked about that stuff is, I've been involved with a lot of things over the years of handling money and everything else. But you quite often now you pick up a newspaper and you just get blown apart by somebody that's been working with a youth baseball league or something down here, or something like that, and as a trustee, been around, everybody trusts them, and they find you that the person is embezzled $60,000 or $70,000.
Yeah, and that happens all the time. And we were just talking about that group up in Jacksonville, with the Allied World Veterans. And it appears that there's hundreds of millions of dollars that have been scammed going into people's pockets and not going to veterans.
That just hit. That thing right just hit. And the latest thing, 2 days ago, I was sitting here watching the news, and I tell you what, it's just unbelievable the stuff that comes at you now. I mean, it's almost tax time, and everybody knows that, April 15th and so forth. And how many thousands of federal employees have not filed their income tax for the last 2 or 3 years? It was on the news yesterday. And you're talking about billions of dollars.
Billions, that's right.
How do they think they can, or how do they get by with it? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know how they do it either, but I had a lady, and she wasn't a federal employee, but she worked for me. I had a couple of small businesses. This is years ago. And she came to me and she says, I'm in trouble with IRS. And I'm going, well, why is that? She says, well, because, I hadn't filed taxes in 7 or 8 years, and I decided to go talk to them. And she told them that. I feel like paying it this year, but I didn't feel like paying it in the past. And she actually walked into the IRS office and told them that.
Yeah,
okay?
Well, I've got a friend that we worked the same company years ago. He didn't pay for 7 or 8 years, or 10, over $100,000 he owed, but he got a lawyer got talking to him, and he got off for about $11,000. So you can negotiate. Well, I didn't call to talk about that stuff, but it's just.
But your point is well made, and we, you hear us rapping and talking about it all the time, and because there's a lot of groups out there, and right now veterans are a sensitive thing, so there are a lot of con groups out there. They know people have veterans on their mind because of the headlines, the casualties we read every week, so they know that, and they capitalize on that, and they capitalize on your caring and your concern and your patriotism to take money out of your pocket and put it into theirs. Now, veterans benefit. I'm okay, but in a lot of cases, no veteran benefits, or very few of them do, and that's not the way it should be. I like people to come.
4 or 5 years ago down there in Haiti, there's over $100 million came in from bleeding hearts all over the country. We're the most charitable people on earth, and you can't even find where any of that stuff went.
Well,
I mean, and the Red Cross was involved in controlling it and all that.
It still gets stolen.
That lady was in charge. Anyway, I just need the address there. Thanking people for their service. Yeah, it just kills me every time I see a guy coming back, especially a casket, but, with 2 arms missing, an arm and a leg and all. And that whole country over there ain't worth one man.
I would agree with you. Well, you saw what their illustrious leaders talked about the other day, blaming us for all kinds of problems. I call him, rather than Karzai, it's really the chief thief over there. He's the chief thief in charge.
He's lying in his pockets.
Why do we always line up? I'll tell you, I put 20 in, and every time we lined up with the wrong guy.
I think so.
Vietnam, that guy Dim and King.
There was a whole series of them.
Anyway, y'all have a good and keep laughing. It's going to get better.
Well, you know what? I laugh because I have to look at these guys. It's kind of.
I know John.
Yeah, here comes the clown.
Anyway, y'all have a good one.
All right, guys.
Thank you, guys.
It's entertaining for me. I come in. This is very. I tell people I used to be in therapy, but this is my therapy. All that PTSD stuff. I mean, I'm better.
I think you got another call.
Please, I can't help but be better around us.
Hey, we were just talking about Vietnam, and he was talking about Vietnam. I came across some statistics the other day, and some of it's sad, but it does put things in perspective. The largest group of soldiers, U.S. personnel killed in Vietnam, 33,103 were 18 years old. 12 soldiers were 17 years old. 5 soldiers were 16 years old. 1 soldier was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
And we heard about a police officer being killed on his last day. 997 soldiers were killed on their first day in Vietnam. 1,448 were killed on the last day they would have been in Vietnam.
Wow.
And that, and it's, you may want to talk about it later. I got a bunch of meetings I'm going to today in just a little bit, so after the break I'll be out of here. But there's some interesting statistics on there. There's one high school that had 54 of its members out of Thomas Edison, out of Philadelphia. 54 U.S. servicemen killed in Vietnam. Wow. That's amazing to me. So sometimes, again, it's good to reflect back and think about it, and not for sadness, but to reflect back about the sacrifices U.S. personnel make.
Hey, can I ask you a question? You do have a phone call. At the Veterans Park, there's a sign that says March 30th is Vietnam Veterans Memorial Day. Do you know anything about that?
I know there's something coming up. I haven't been involved in any of the planning. These guys, I think, might be more involved than I am.
I saw it down at the park. Veterans Park down there, and they're advertising it March the 30th, and there's supposed to be something going on, but I didn't catch all
Yeah,
of
well,
it.
John, a lot of John and Curly and a lot of these guys are more involved with the park activities than I am. Let's take the phone call and then we'll take a break. They'll come back and we can talk about that in Vietnam. Gulf of Tonkin and all that stuff. And there was American Legion just did a big article on all of that deception. So
Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, veterans. This is the Marine Democrat. Hey, Hank, how are you?
I'm doing well.
I wanted to make a quick couple observations, and I'll let you guys get going. And Hank, I know you have a busy day, and I thank all of you veterans for y'all have good hearts and you're good people, and I appreciate what you do for the community. I just would remind the listeners that I don't know how many times we've had a former sergeant for Secretary of Defense. There's a photograph on Facebook of a Marine Corps general standing at attention saluting Chuck Hagel, friendly, relaxed salute as he comes into the Pentagon.
Yeah, I think it's the first. I think he's I could be wrong, but I believe he's the first enlisted.
And I think that's a good indicator. I personally like Chuck Hagel and always have. He seems like a very calm, pragmatic person, but he's a German from the Midwest as well as as myself. But there was also something that escaped a lot of the veterans. The gentleman that just called, the local veteran, was in Intel in Vietnam. That gentleman that called. One good group that for the people that want to help veterans, there's a project called Wounded Warriors Project. Yep. Very, very legitimate, Wounded Warriors. And a lot of that was coordinated and created by the hand of former Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Gray, who was a Korea, Vietnam 3-tour veteran and a Purple Heart recipient, who, by the way, was also a sergeant machine gunner in Korea. And also, I would like the veterans to take a look at what's called the Bowen Report concerning the war in Iraq. $60 billion is still under investigation. $8 billion of it is totally missing immediately. And Stuart Bowen's title was Special Inspector General for Iraq Reconstruction. Stuart Bowen is also appointed by the last president, George Bush Jr. And so it's not a political lynching. Stuart Bowen was featured on C-SPAN last week, but there have been many convictions, and I would just ask all veterans, we all love our country, and all Americans may be listening, that please be more cautious in getting caught up in the excitement. I know we were easily blending the 9/11 incident with rushing to the war in Iraq, but I don't see how it's really, as a veteran, improved our nation in any regard. But I'll hang up, and if you want to look at the Bowen report...
Yeah, I may take a look at that. Thanks for bringing that up to us, yeah. And let's mark, Democrat, Republican, I'd rather emphasis that we're all Americans, not Democrats, not Republicans. Okay.
Good morning, Mark. I just want to let you know that the Military Order of Purple Heart itself does not authorize or does not have anything to do with the Wounded Warriors. It's just the Military Order of the Purple Heart Foundation that helps or endorses that particular outfit. There's a distinct difference between the two. So be careful how you say that, and because the Military Order of Purple Heart does not have anything to do at all with that organization, and whenever you say that, make sure you always say the Military Order of Purple Heart Foundation. There's a distinct difference.
Yep. And they do a good job, but they have a niche. There's a lot of groups that do great jobs helping veterans. But again, do due diligence, check people out, find out what they're about. Locally, I tell you, coming on down there and meet us before you even think about giving us a check. I'd rather have you do that than just send it in blindly. Okay. All right. Listen, I'm going to slip on out of here in a few minutes and go do some meetings, talk about you guys a lot.
You mean one
it's
of
the
us
chief of
going
police.
to
He
take
wanted
over
some
for you?
background information on all of you. So.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I have all that information.
Oh, I thought it was the new sheriff that wanted.
Well,
ours.
since you're here in Ocala, before you leave, it's a local jurisdiction.
I see. Okay.
Take him on down.
There you go. Hey guys, I'm gonna get on out of here. You all have a great day. When they come back, they'll maybe give you some more statistics on Vietnam, which I've kind of found fascinating.
That's interesting.
All right. Well, have a good one.
Break.
Thank you, sir.
Life's journey has many ups and downs, but you can take comfort in the knowledge that Robert's Funeral Home is here to serve you and your family with loving care and dignity. The Roberts family has been providing their caring services since 1898 and offer traditional, custom, cremation, and veteran services. Pre-made arrangements are also available. Roberts Funeral Homes. Great funeral homes serve great people.
Look who just walked in the room. Joel Wiesner from What's Up Ocala. Hey, Joel, I'm looking for something to do this weekend. You got any ideas?
Absolutely. Check out our event calendar online at www.whatsupocala.com, and there is plenty of events there for you. Daily news updates to event reviews and magazine articles.
Really?
We've organized it all in one place online for you to cut through all of the hassle of finding something to do this weekend. We have a daily event calendar, a bi-monthly magazine, and we also do daily news articles.
All right, Joel, that's perfect. Thanks so much.
Yeah, whatsupocala.com.
If you add 0 plus 0 plus 0, it adds up to what? 0. For a limited time, you can drive a new 2013 Ford Fiesta, Focus, Fusion, Edge, Escape, or Explorer with 0 down, 0 do-it signing, and 0 first month payment. But if you're one who might need a little more influence, how about we include another 0? A 3-year, 45,000-mile complimentary basic maintenance plan. That's just the way we roll at Ford Lincoln of Ocala. It's the power of 4G. Great brands at great prices with great service from great people. You can miss out on a lot of things in life, but whatever you do, be sure not to miss this extraordinary opportunity to drive a new Ford with 0 down, 0 do-it signing, 0 first month payment, and no charge 3-year basic maintenance during Ford Lincoln of Ocala's Sign and Ride event. Browse our inventory from the comfort of your home at fordofocala.com, but you're still going to have to come in. You see, it's called a Sign and Ride event. See dealer for details.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 AM and 96.7 FM, The Source.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Married men are more likely to keep up with routine doctor's visits than bachelors. Their cancer was detected earlier, so they were 35% more likely to survive. The longer we commute, the more stress we have in our bodies, the higher our body mass index, and the more strain it puts on our relationships. People learn more effectively when they break up their lessons over several short sessions rather than one long cramming marathon.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online. Listen, you two work all week. So what are you doing Saturday? Yes, this Saturday. You two are going to work in the yard, or maybe go to a car show. You may even start the honey-do list. Great. That fills your Saturday. What about Saturday night? How about this Saturday night, March 16th? Dinner and a dance for two for $25. Sounds good? The music is by Southern Express Big Band. Yes, the Southern Express Big Band, with the sounds you can dance to, or just relax and listen after a great dinner. So get dressed nice and go to the Silver Spring Shores Presbyterian Church, 674 Silver Road. Call them at 352-687-1119 for your reservations. Hey, you two worked hard. Treat yourselves. Call 352-687-1119. Dinner and dance to the sounds of the Southern Express Big Band. Doors open at 5 p.m. Go! Enjoy!
And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
All right, 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Let's rejoin Veterans News. Robert Wood is in the driver's seat. Robert?
Yes, sir. How are you again today,
Pretty
folks?
good.
And we appreciate everything, and we thank WOCA for putting on this show for us. And We definitely like Larry being in the helm on us or watching us.
Yeah,
we're going to start out with our John being involved in the American Legion and go from there, John.
Oh, okay. We do our blatant announcements or whatever we want to call them.
Yeah.
And we can start off with the Legion because you mentioned them first. They do a lot of great things in the community, and that's made possible by our bingo patrons. And so we remind everybody, if you're in that neighborhood and you're a bingo player, you'd probably like to join our games. And we play by all the state rules. We don't make up $4,250 prizes or 50 flat screen TVs or something. We try to follow the law because it's easier. And we do bingo Wednesdays and Saturdays. Our early birds start about 5:15, and the regular games start about 6:15. And we get out of there about 10 o'clock. So it's a good evening spent there, and all our money goes to either helping vets or to our local community. So it's a good thing. So if you love bingo and people do, we see them people are playing probably bingo 2-3 times a day. So we're just one of their stops. But it's a good thing, and you'll have a good time in our auxiliary. They put on some good food, so you can enjoy yourself. Remind you again that Post 4493 over in Candler. We have meals Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesday is spaghetti night, soon to change to a kind of variety meals as soon as our cooks can figure out what varieties they want to do, but we'll still have Friday fish fry. And besides having all kinds of fish products, we also have chicken. And also, and those times are from 4:30 till whenever we get done serving. And you can just come out, have a good time again, good camaraderie and so. And VFW Post 4209, they also are doing fish fries every Friday. Up there where that big tank is in the front yard, and we're getting more and more info on the big tanks.
Yeah, it's a 47.
Yeah, so we're getting some info there, but you can go over there. They have good meals, and that's in another part of our territory. So that's, I guess, basically going on. The things that are going on that I know of. Curly?
Good morning, Ocala, Marion County. Once again, I'm just here to let you know that the second Thursday is today, and we have our normal meeting time for the ladies VFW Post. The ladies auxiliary will be meeting at 4:30 at the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church Annex, and as soon as they're finished at 6 p.m. is the men's time. The VFW Post men's will meet at the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church Annex at 6 p.m. So all of those who are interested in joining, you meet the ladies auxiliary at 4:30, and the men unit starts at 6 p.m. We moved our time up a little bit due to the fact that the ladies don't like to drive at night, and we don't want them out there at night. So we moved it up so where they'll have the ample time to get there and then go home. So as the VFW Post ladies auxiliary and the men will be meeting at the Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church. Okay. And then the third Thursday, the Veterans Council meets at 10:30 a.m. at the Ocala Public Library, and it's at room C. We ask that everybody who's a member of the Veterans Council, please be there, because we're also planning something at the Veterans Park on the 30th. Is it 29th or 30th, John? The 30th. It's the 30th. That's on a Saturday. That is the fourth Saturday. So come one, come all, so we can coordinate that effort. And make sure we all have a good time, and make sure we all are there for that particular meeting. Okay, and on the 23rd, which is the fourth Saturday, it is the VFW's always planned the fish fry, and we're going to have that sweet potato pie, so make sure you get there and enjoy some of that. The address is 3040 on Northwest Old Gainesville Road, and the dinners are $6.50. The sandwiches are $5, and the sodas or water are 50 cents each. So come on out and enjoy the comradeship of the VFW Post, and also enjoy the ladies auxiliary who's there to help serve, and also to help us move the crowd right along, and also to help us do all the things that are required for us to have a good time. So come one, come all, bring plenty of money, and so that you can enjoy all the festivities that we will have. So once again, it's the meeting tonight, tonight, and also the Veterans Council meeting on the 21st, and also the following 23rd, which is a Saturday. We're having the fish fry and the sweet potato pie. So come one, come all. That's the lunch, or the fish fry, starts at 11 o'clock, but we will start serving at 10:30 for the ones who are prepaid, and for the ones who have to get their dinners and go. So come on, come on, and have a good time.
You better make sure you save one of those pies for Hank.
Well, he has to let me know he wants one, and he's going to come and get it.
There you go.
If I save it and he doesn't come get it, it goes home with me.
That's not a bad deal.
There you
Not a bad deal at all.
John, who do we have sponsors for us this day?
Oh, we still have our people. We haven't done enough to offend them.
I caught you off guard. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I was just looking to see if we missed anything on our calendar.
Before you go any further, John, we just got a call come in. Hang on just a minute.
Yeah,
Let's catch that one.
It's the sheriff they finally caught up with.
Give you a chance to breathe a minute.
It's the sheriff they caught up with him.
I won't be there long. I keep reminding when the gentleman there talks about that sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
When I retired from the Army and I was down here, the old Sears used to be on the boulevard down here. I was in there and this black lady comes in. This had to be 30-something years ago. She comes in, she said, the last 2 sweet potato pies I've got now, you better get them. And I'm going for it, because I hadn't heard of that in 20 or 30 years. I've been gone. And I'm going for it, and this old boy looks at it, and he says, well, anyhow, I couldn't get over him. And he's looking in that little pasteboard box he got, and he looks at it, and I get up there next to him. I said, man, you don't eat that stuff. I'm telling you that. And yeah, I wouldn't trust that at all. He looked okay. He moved out, and I bought both of them.
You got both? Because you didn't want him to get me one.
Yeah, I run him off. I got both of them.
There you go.
And Yankee didn't know nothing about sweet potato pie.
No, he didn't know nothing about it.
Right.
Anyway,
We appreciate it, guy.
we're all hang in there.
Yeah, we trying to.
What we call that, situational awareness or something?
Yeah, something like
Made
that.
him not want one, so we could get on both of them. He knew what the real deal was.
Yeah. Anyway, John,
we'll be back
go
to
back to forward.
back to them sponsors, right?
Yeah.
I guess we'll start off with Roberts, just cause Hank left. They might be looking for him. We still have Roberts Funeral Home and Cemetery. It's been doing business, like we just said, with integrity in our community and your time of need for about 120 years or so. Yeah. And boy, with a record like that, you got to be trusted in your community, and that they do some great pre-planning. We're always saying veterans need to do that, and other people need to do that, because if you don't, you're going to leave a mess for your significant other, and we see that every day.
We see.
I don't know where my DD 214 is. I don't know where this is, and we remind everybody when you're at the funeral home, whether it's Roberts or anybody else, do not get suckered in to do that honorabilia or whatever that memorial thing is, where you got to pay the honor guards, because there's no honor guards that are volunteering in Marion County, and it's whether it's prepaid or it's not prepaid. You don't pay for us. We're doing that out of loyalty and respect for our
fallen comrades.
Fallen comrades is right. So we remind everybody of that, because one of our people are doing that, and it's not Roberts. Right. We also have Ocala Ford Lincoln.
Yes.
And if you're in the market for a great new vehicle or a great pre-owned vehicle, whether it be car or truck, give them a chance to get in on there, and you'll be rewarded with some excellent follow-up service. So Just give them a chance to be in that picture. That's all they can ask, is that you stop by, look at their products. Remember when you're at that Ford dealership, they didn't take a bailout.
And remember, folks, they are now having a new store in Bellevue, and it is really going to be nice when it opens.
It's going to clean up an area, state of the art. It's going to look nice.
Yes. Right across the bridge and look to the right. It's going to be.
Can't miss it.
Yes, big, beautiful.
And I know the Bellevue cops, they're going to just wait for that opening, because that's one of their favorite spots. You go down that little incline, man, and you'd be trying to go into Ford, and them lights to be on. You
got it.
Ford probably got you.
And since Hank isn't here, we need to talk about Hank trying to get that car for Vivian. You know, she's going to beg him and keep knocking him down until he gets it for her. I can assure you.
Is that why I've been limping lately?
Yeah, that's exactly. He almost has a wooden leg there. She's been chewing on it so much.
Yeah, he just needs to fess up and get that nice new car for
him. Why get a Lincoln? Why not get a Lincoln? A nice new Lincoln.
No, that's not Hank's way.
That's not Hank's way.
That's not Hank's way. He wants to treat you right, but not lay out all the money he's got.
Oh, hey, Vivian's got that nice Ford picked out. I don't know he's going to save any money over that nice Lincoln either.
No, not.
You get the decked out Ford, you can be there.
Anyway,
she'd surely be looking good in that vehicle.
Yeah,
but the whole idea, if you go ahead on and spend enough money, then you can go, then you can relax and go ahead on and enjoy, you know, the fruits of your labor, and then not worry about it. Because see, once you buy a good car, then all you do is that maintenance. And see, if you buy enough car, then the maintenance comes automatic. You know, or you just drive it in every 4,000 miles, and they just take care of it.
We'll do another pitch for Vivian too. You know, it make his drive to Jacksonville area much
easier.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, as the driver, he should be considering
these newer
himself.
cars are getting 30, 32 miles.
We better watch out, or Hank's gonna be calling in on us.
Yeah.
Anyway, Larry, I keep forgetting that camera is giving us, you know, coverage all over the world practically.
Yeah.
And I get to thinking about it, and I go, wait a minute, these people are seeing me up front. I'm scaring the daylights out of them without a doubt.
Well, not just now, but later. It gets recorded and posted, and you can watch it anytime. So.
Oh, the horror would be
You can
too
go
much.
back. You can see what you look like 2 years ago.
No, that's okay. It's scary enough looking in the mirror.
I didn't know, you just said we were being, what do you call it, streamlined?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
And we thought also we had to worry about us seeing our picture at the post office.
And John, that camera looking at the back of your head is like, whoa. Anyway, folks, we do appreciate it, and we love to have fun with everybody. And veterans, we're always keeping you first in our mind to make sure that y'all are handled and worked with as best we can. Our desire is to try never to leave a veteran unhelped at all.
Amen.
We try to work.
And I think you got a whole bunch of statistics that Hank sort of hit us side of the head and said,
I was
reading
some of the stuff, and I was amazed at the numbers.
Amazing facts, right?
And there were 58,267 names are now listed on the polished black wall, the Wall of Honor.
Yeah.
And those are included all the way up to 2010. Those are names that have been found and brought back.
Right.
Also, the first known casualty was Richard B. Fitzgibbons of North Weymouth, Massachusetts, and he was killed on June 8, 1956. What is also unique in the noting is that his son, who was in the Marine Corps, Lance Corporal Richard B. Fitzgibbons III, was killed in Vietnam on September 7th, 1965.
Mm-hmm.
That's just amazes me. And then another one that amazes me is 54 soldiers who attended Thomas Edison High School of Philadelphia. I wonder why so many of that school was killed. you know. But
Yeah,
geez,
that's-
that's a lot of people.
Yeah.
In one school.
They must have had a lot of people also enlist, right?
Yeah, must have.
There, right?
It's like, wow.
But it's another thing I've been saying about Virginia. So, something about the state of Virginia, that one little city in Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah,
Read that. I thought that was.
Had the highest casualty rate per capita in the nation.
Yeah.
There were 711 West Virginians on the wall.
Yeah.
The names of them. Wow. Folks, you know, and let's lay something aside. Seeing these numbers and seeing these facts, it's just unreal. And for those of us who have survived Vietnam,
yeah,
and the families of those who did not, we see their faces, we feel their pain on those numbers that were created.
Yeah.
And we are, well,
And just the trauma that it adds to a
Here, Mike.
community.
You need your mic.
The trauma that adds to a community.
Yeah.
Like in wars to past, like the Civil War, the reason those veterans were so brave, most of them came from towns, and they formed the units where to be a regiment or company from that town.
Yeah.
But to lose that many men from a town is devastating to a community. You know.
And you know, it's just unreal. And until we pass away ourselves, we're haunted by the numbers that we see and the people that are left.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. And we got another call in. Go ahead.
Good morning. You're on the air.
I'm not trying to monopolize anything, Larry, but nobody else is calling folks in.
Go ahead.
I know Ken Roberts, the Roberts Funeral Home. That's a good bunch of people. And one time we was across the street. He used to be my neighbor, and we were hitting golf balls. We was hitting golf balls across the guy's house into a swimming pool. And Dutton Long was there at the time. He's passed away. He's gone. But anyway, we was hitting him across the roof of his house, and old Ken looks at me and he says, "How much you weigh anyway?" And I said, "Too much." And he said, "Well, look." He said, "Do me a favor." He said, "Get a 5/8 inch piece of plywood, put it on your porch, and you get a pain in your chest some night back there. Have Josephine call 911, and you get up and go out there and lay down on that plywood. I don't want to get a hernia coming in there and pick you up." I said, "Boy, you tell it like it is, don't you, Ken?" Anyway, y'all have a good one, man.
Yeah, you take it easy, man. Thanks for calling in.
Keep laughing.
Yeah, we try.
He didn't want to have to worry about dragging you through the house. He said, "Come out and lay out there on the plywood so it's easy to get you in the hurry."
Yeah, but you know, granted, we have other wars that we have also been involved in, and there's no war notable. There's no war that we want to really remember, and there are so many noble people that have passed because of these wars. So those are the ones that we want to remember, and that's what we try to do.
I have a problem with remembering all the Marines that were with me and trying to figure out why I made it back, and so many others that were Marines along with me did not make it back. And
we'll never know that answer.
And one particularly close to me, he took one that I think it was meant for me, and my idea was, why me and not him, and I still have nightmares and stuff from time to time from that from remembering him and remember what a good guy he was, and having to talk with his family, and when I got back, and that kind of thing. But the thing that bothers me most of all is, we were both in the same unit, and we were both designated to rotate the same time, and we were both, good Marines, and we both had ideas we both going to make it through, and he didn't come back, and I have, like I say, sometimes wondering, why me and not him, and why him and not me, and all of that kind of thing. Well, still puzzling after almost 40 years.
Well, we're going to still puzzle that for a long time to come, sir, and we do appreciate your service over there.
But it still bothers me sometimes.
I know that we've got a lot of veterans from even World War II that are still out, and we do respect you, but the Vietnam veterans have pushed the VA to get to the point that they're at now to help people. And now our time's about over with, so I'm going to say thank you folks for listening to us, and enjoy your day. And Larry, take it off.
Thank you very much.
God bless America.
From the mountain to the prairie to the oceans white with foam, God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala. ABC News Now. I'm Karen Chase. The CDC says the cell phone can be a fatal distraction even if you're not using your hands, because distracted driving is just as dangerous as drunk driving, whether you're